PC, how's everybody doing tonight? Back again for yet another video, and what the hell did Tim spend all his money on? I'll give you a hint. Maybe it was records. So, this collection, let me comment on the shirt. I own more than one shirt. It's not that I've worn this for several days and it's just gamey. I might have filmed a lot of these in the same night. Or I have one shirt and because I spent all my money on records. So tonight's stuff is from a trip I took to one of my favorite record stores in the area, Triangle Vinyl, the weekend before Record Store Day, when you're supposed to be saving money, and I was spending money. But they had a hell of a deal. All their dollar records were 3 for $1. And I want to say, I think their $5 records were buy one, get one. Now usually those are on a good deal anyway. They're 6 for $20. So $5 section is usually where I land first. The dollar section I've dug through 3 or 4 times, and I've pulled a decent amount of stuff out of there. But I'm starting to run into I've got it. I'm not interested. I've seen this one 15 times. It doesn't mean I won't look. And if he has a sale, I'll probably drive out there and do it again, because we're ill. We have problems. It's okay. Or not. I don't know. Anyway, so, but I love picking in the cheaper stuff because you can find stuff that you may have never heard of. You're like, what the hell is this? And I'm not going to even waste my bandwidth on it's a record for 33 cents. I'm going to toss it in a pile and give it a go. And usually with those, I just make sure the damn record's the right one. And, if you buy a bum every now and again, it is what it is. So this one that I'm listening to tonight, I actually bought, and it was a bum, but I loved it. I mean, it had a couple issues, it skipped, and it was kind of beat. But when I went back, and that was a couple trips ago, when I went back, I had one of their $5 bins, and it's the Blues Project Projections. This was on the Verb Forecast label, I want to say 66. The one that I had that was beat was a mono press. This is a reissue stereo press from 67. Sounds great. Glad I went ahead and found it and upgraded it. It's very like a blues psych, not heavy psych, not like you're gonna lose your mind and you feel the acid flashbacks kicking in, but it's got its toe in some of the psych elements, but nice blues stuff as well. I actually ended up with 2 others of theirs for like both live albums in a dig I did a while back, and I haven't shown them yet, and may not need to now at this point, now that I've talked about them. But really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed what I heard, so I was willing to upgrade that. And to me, that's they're about like $7-8 I think on Discogs, and I've spent less than that, and had a chance to enjoy it in my own home without trying to stream it and have issues or whatever. So some of these that I'm going to show you came from the $5 section, and I'll see if I can remember where or which ones, and then some will be pretty obvious. It's like, just know we paid $1 for that. So 2 from Tangerine Dream, Stratosphere, an Exit. Obviously this is more in their 80s stuff. Still good. I mean, really enjoy it. Nice background stuff. Nice stuff to kind of kick back, relax, and chill to. Never going to turn down those types of records just because who doesn't need to relax? Some wonderful glam, Mott the Hoople. Obviously not their biggest release, but still, I mean, you start going down that rabbit hole of glam rock from the 70s. Obviously Bowie is king, but then you start going into that second tier of T-Rex and Mott the Hoople, and there's just Sweet, maybe, and Brownsville Station, maybe kind of lumped in there as well. A whole bunch of other bands, but when I see them cheap and they're in decent condition, I'm gonna grab them. Got a little bit of issues on on the back, and but it's not a $100 record, so it's okay. Even if it was a $100 record, if I got it at a deal, I got it at a deal. Um, I know some people want their stuff cleaner, and everybody collects at their own level, and I respect all of it. But I'm of the ilk of, I can't play the cover. The cover is going to get put in a bag. It's going to be protected as long as I own it. So as long as it doesn't get any worse, we're good. Between the Buttons from Stones, I am severely lacking in Stones. And be honest, maybe 10 years ago, you give me 40 licks and I was probably good. But now I feel like I really want to dig more into their catalog. And when you can find them at a decent price, I know that you're going to find there's some of them that just it's not going to happen, and that's okay, But when I can get them here or there for a few bucks each, I'm gonna do it. And this one's a monopress, yes, monopress on the reddish brown London label. Haven't had a chance to spin it yet, but honestly, it's pretty darn clean. We don't need to talk about this. I think we just go, of course, and we move on. Covers a little beat. Again, I don't care. It's Apple. Enough said. And no, a couple more in the $5 section. Malcolm, I almost said Malcolm McDowell. No, not the actor. Malcolm McLaren, the music guy. This is Duck Rock. If you're not familiar with it, just great early '80s synth. Not pop. I mean, this was Buffalo Gals. This was Double Dutch. So introduction to the breaking music, that electric, sound that around the same time as Afrika Bambaataa and that early hip hop sound, very, very much entrenched in the keyboard samplers, Double D and Steinsky, if you will, so just really well done. And then last of the $5 section, I didn't pay $5, was Quicksilver. This one's Just for Love, and I want to say about a year ago, I picked up, I think it was Happy Trails, classic Blue Psych album, and fell in love, absolutely fell in love. And and I'm not gonna sit there and say, I know every band or have heard every band or whatever. I obviously heard of the Quicksilver Messenger Service, but I really didn't know a lot. And so I picked it up on a couple recommendations, and now when I see Quicksilver Messenger Service, I pull the trigger. Especially if it's a lower price, because it's quality. It's just good stuff, and I can get back and enjoy that one. So looking forward to giving that one a spin. These are our dollar section records, and again, I want to say they were, I think they were 3 for $1, and I went because of that. And I told myself I wasn't going to go too crazy, but the other reason why I went, and I'll do another video on this, I'm not going to lump them together because there's just a lot. He had pulled in a collection of 7 inches. And every time I tell myself I'm not going down the rabbit hole, here I am with a carrot in my hand jumping down the damn hole. So I finally have admitted that I have a problem, and I like collecting 45s. When he posted it in the middle of the week, he had said that he had some original press Jamaican stuff come through, reggae and dancehall. I couldn't get up there. It's like a 30 to 40 minute drive from my house. And I just couldn't get there. And there was no way I could back and forth ask him, hey, what do you have? Can you hold? That's just not right, So he, when he had posted about the sale, I had asked him, hey, did you sell a lot of the reggae? Did you have some left? And he was honest. He said a lot of the heavy hitters were probably already gone, but there's probably still some in there. And I did find a few, but I also found a bunch of other stuff as well, which will make it worthy of a video. So you'll see that in an upcoming one. Look at me. I'm giving you teasers for future episodes. Coming up next on DJ High Noon's YouTube channel. Issues. So go back to the dollar stuff. Everyone's been talking about Dr. John, and it's not like he just, last week. I mean, people have been fans for a long time. And I remember him from my youth because my uncle played him, my mom played him, and it's kind of that hang your freak flag high type of stuff. But I really don't remember a lot of it, so I finally pulled the trigger and just pulled out one, and figured I'd give it a shot. So looking forward to giving this a spin. I haven't spun it yet, but if you're a fan, down below if you could give me some recommendations. If I like this, where do I go? I know Chad Horbiz, I believe he's a fan. I know Tales from the Crate, Andrew, I know he's a fan. Andrew listens to everything. I think he owns just about everything. Dude, when I just went to dig in your house for an hour, just with a pen and paper, just pull it out and yes, I want that. That's why, I tell you what, a great series that he does is called Human Jukebox, because he's got, I think he said he's somewhere around 7,000, 8,000 pieces. So you give him a letter, you give him a number, tell him if it's regular or jazz, and he pulls a record, and it's just, he talks about it, and it's like, to me, it's like master's class, because he's just got so much crap. But no, seriously, if you're a fan of Dr. John, and if I like this, if I listen to this and go, yes, tell me where I need to go. Okay, I know I need to go there. Tell me what else I should pick up. CCR, Green River. I mean, are any of us going to turn down CCR? Not too many. I'm not. It looks a little rough, I'm not going to lie, but as I mentioned in the earlier video that I shot this evening that you watched, only Lord knows when, these older vinyl, I'm okay with taking a little bit of a chance on. Better pressed, better quality, and I don't mean just the pressing, but the vinyl, the actual pieces inside, the when they melted it down, it's more pure. So these things were built to be played. You look at some of the stuff from the 80s, and it's like when you can read the back through the front, you hold up to the light, it's like, well, it's not translucent vinyl, it's just that damn thin. You get nervous about playing some of that stuff, and to me, this stuff was meant to be played, not, it's almost like it's like an acetate. You play it 50 times and you gotta throw it away because it's no good anymore. So when I see older stuff, it's on my wish list or on my want list, or it's on a list that's in my brain that says, I don't have enough records. Everybody has that list. So I see it. I'm okay, especially, again, 3 for $1, so 33 1/3 cents repeating. Oh, 34 cents, let's round it up. This was the one I had to round up on. That extra penny screwed me. Whatever, I'm going to do that all day long. Santana and Buddy Miles Live. I didn't even know this was a thing. I'm flipping through and I'm like, that's Santana. I look at her back. That's Buddy Miles. The record tells me live. I am buying this. Haven't had a chance to spin it yet. I do know they do Evil Ways. I do know they do Them Changes, and Side 2 is a free-form funk, just jam, whatever. Yes, I'm going to buy it for 33 cents. I'm going to have wonderful memories of whatever. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. So this one, I'm realizing, needs a little bit of censoring. Bebop Deluxe. Sorry, the cover was blocking my handsome facade. I'll go back and spare everybody. So Bebop Deluxe. I think it was Vinyl Richie was telling a story about seeing them, and or maybe was talking about whoever was opening for them, if I remember correctly. I think it was Vinyl Richie. Mine is the second thing to go. If I can only remember what the first thing was, I'd be alright. Anyway, I'm pretty sure. But either way, and I looked up the band name and wasn't too familiar with some of their stuff, and so I figured, again, take a chance. Why not? Johnny Winter's First Winter. I thought I remember hearing somewhere where he wasn't. I don't know if this was the one he wasn't as pleased on, or what have you. But and again, I don't usually feel the need to stream a 33-cent record. It's essentially at the end of the day. I mean, even for $1. But I had my headphones in, and I was like, yeah, let me just see if I can find anything on it. And I threw it in the pile anyway. And I dug what I heard. So, if this was one he didn't care for, to each his own. So, confession, I am not the biggest Monkees fan. The hits I like. The show never really bothered me. It was a tongue-in-cheek. I took it for what it was. But there's something about them, and it wasn't like I felt that they were a Beatles knockoff. I didn't. I thought that they were their own entity. I don't think that they were trying to be anybody but themselves. And I think that charm came through in some of the things they did. It just never really clicked heavily for me. So I might have been fine my whole life with the best of or two. That being said, for some reason when I saw this, I just had the urge. And it's Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Limited. I hear it's a hell of an album. I have not spun this. Unfortunately, my office, not my little office, but the entire office that I work at is moving. And so there's been a lot of packing and planning and shipping off to storage and filing and so all that is, I won't say done and over with, because we left on Friday, everything was packed, the movers were coming in, IT was tearing everything down, so now Monday everything should be set up, and we just got to unpack our workstations, and I'm sure I'll have to unpack 75,000 boxes of papers, because that's what I do. I work in data, and I am what they call a data specialist, which means that if it has a spreadsheet or a number on it, they think it's my responsibility. Yeah. So now the time is freeing up. I'm really looking forward to giving this a spin, because it doesn't look like your standard Monkees fare. And I know a lot of people said that, like the Mike Nesmith solo stuff is really good and it's kind of psyche. And this just kind of screams out at me, hey, this is maybe not your normal thing. So for somebody who may not be the biggest Monkees fan, but is still really open, if you're a fan, let me know. Then where I should go. Again, not there. I already know I'm going there. Last one I'll show in this video, and then I think the next one I'm going to do is the 7 inches from this particular dig. Still won't catch me up. I got a million other things I can show, and I've got some other plans for other things too, but I think I may ease up on the pickup videos. I say that and I'll make more. Last one I'm going to show tonight though, Wasn't Tomorrow Wonderful from the Waitresses, which has their big, dare I say, maybe only big hit, I Know What Boys Like. Everybody knows that song. It's classic 80s. It's actually a decent album. I mean, a lot of that 80s stuff that's still floating around out there, it's, the singles, whatever, one or two, they show up on a comp, and I think everyone's like, yeah, that's all I want. That, my uncle, I don't 100% agree with this, so don't think this is as gospel from me. My uncle had a very unique way of looking at that. He wasn't the biggest fan of comps or best ofs. He's like, if you like a song, buy the album, buy the actual album. Because you're going to hear stuff they don't play on the radio. You're going to hear stuff that maybe they just never release as a single, won't be on a comp, won't be on a best of, but it could be your favorite song. And I thought it was a very unique way of taking a look at it. So when I see these, and I'm sure I have this on some sort of 80s comp that, I have a million CDs of. Okay, not a million, but probably, honestly, probably 40 80s comp CDs. Because, late 90s, early 2000s, they were putting out those comps like there was no tomorrow. And half of them you knew, half of them you didn't. But for the half you did, you'd think about, okay, if I bought and this is singles, hell, this is cheaper. So you buy those comps, and it was a great way to listen to your favorite cuts. But when you find this stuff so cheap, to me, it's almost a no-brainer. You're doing yourself a disservice because the chances of you just liking that one song are slim. I mean, it's going to happen. Sometimes you're going to go, there's a reason why they only had one hit. But most part, you're going to hear some other cuts, stuff you never heard before, stuff you've enjoyed. And if nothing else, you're just giving more new music to your brain. And that's what we like, because we like records and tapes and CDs and 8 tracks and reel to reels and mini discs and 78s and 45s and every other format that we can get anything that sounds like a pre-recorded song on. We're gonna take it because we all have problems, and thank you for indulging me in mine. I am a man with a sickness, but don't want to find a cure. Folks, I know I say this a lot, and I'd probably say it at the end of every video, and you guys are probably like, shut up already. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me that people want to hear what I have to say, because I don't find myself that interesting. They are commenting, you guys are commenting, you're liking, you're subscribing. I'm over 100 subs. I literally thought I was going to have 4, and 2 of them would have been fake accounts that I created. I've met some wonderful people. I've made a lot of friendships already, and I love you all. I really cannot say that enough. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, making funny faces at me when I can't see because you're just watching something pre-recorded. You know, Farley, quit rubbing that. Stop. No. Anyway, folks, thank you so much. Thanks for indulging. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys soon. Be well. Take care.